Am I more than you bargained for? Yeah. Oh, just dying to tell you anything. How's it going, guys? If you can tell, I have a Fallout Boy shirt on. I hit my fan. Okay. So, there's a Pokemon sales data video, and then a little reason on why I think one card is undervalued. Patreon and everything down below. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Smash that like button if you like my singing. Or not. We have a Jungle. A couple things from Jungle. Interesting thing with Jungle. All right, Vaporeon First Edition PSA 9. Sold for $5.11. Nice. Might be a record price point. Then we have a Scyther. The Scyther artwork for the Jungle set. Also with that, it was a first edition, and it was graded. The pack was graded PSA 10. And with that, we also have a Scizor from Neo Discovery First Edition pack. And again, that was a Scizor artwork on Neo Discovery. And it was also graded PSA 10. This I thought was very interesting because not only do you have Scyther, one of the coolest Pokemon, not even just bug Pokemon, definitely the coolest bug Pokemon in the first generation. Also, he's one of the only Pokemon that actually has weapons. You make the argument, okay, Hitmonlee has his kicks, Hitmonchan has his punches, and Farfetch'd has that leak, whatever it is, and Cubone has a bone. But Scyther has legit blades on his. It is badass. And what happens in Generation 2? They give him a badass evolution. He's metal and bug. It's so cool. I know, I just love that. And you have both of them on sale, and the bids end at $2,000. So $1,000 for each of them. I think just because people finally made that, it's the first appearance of Scyther, first appearance of its evolution in Gen 2. It was just so cool. That's why I think it got that price point. If you do other things like that, I don't think other packs have that. Like, you're not going to have a Wigglytuff on one and then a Jigglypuff on another. I don't think there's another artwork that has that. There is not. Lapras doesn't have an evolution or a baby Pokemon, Zapdos. I'm thinking of all the other packs right now. They just don't have it. Going from one to the other. There are very few Pokemon that were given a new evolution from Gen 1 to Gen 2. Okay, Onix and Steelix. Onix was not on a pack in any of the artwork. Steelix, I don't even think was on a pack in any of their artwork. So it's just the fact that both of them happen to be on packs, and they give the evolution. I just thought that was amazingly cool. I think that's the only one like that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Gold Star. We have a Charizard. A CGC Gold Star Charizard 7.5 sold for $1,002. A Raikou PSA 10 sold for $1,000. Raikou PSA 8 sold for $400. I'm not sure what a Raikou PSA 9 would go for, but if I had $500 to $800 to spend this week, it would be a Raikou PSA 9 Gold Star. Because obviously, I think the 8's undervalued, but I think the 9 just fits between that 5 and 800. Alakazam PSA 8 sold for $500. Those are for Gold Stars. Not a lot this week, probably just because of the holiday. Rocket Set. We had a Dark Dragonite First Edition PSA 9 sold for $615. I lowered mine now. Now it's like $700 or best offer, I think, for my Dark Dragonite First Edition PSA 9. Base set. A couple things I want to go over here. Dratini, these are all First Edition PSA 10. Dratini got $735. Wow. For Dratini. It's a common card. Pidgeotto got $1,000. Charmander got $2,002. Machoke got $683. This one did not have a sale, but I wanted to go over it. It's Professor Oak, number 88 out of 102. Imposter Professor Oak comes before it, which I don't like. I think Professor Oak should come before it. Anyhow, it's First Edition PSA 10. This card has 125 PSA 10 copies. That is, anyone that wants to complete this set in First Edition PSA 10, they have to get that card. I don't know what that card goes for. I don't think any of them are listed on eBay right now. Why? Because of the history, not with the card. Although the card is pretty playable, I always had at least one, sometimes two of that trainer's card in my deck. Why? Because you have, let's say you only have one card, you use the rest of them, you play them, you have one card left. You get this card, you discard your hand, right? So you get Professor Oak, you discard your hand, and you draw 7 new cards. That is bananas. That is incredible. You can get so many other amazing cards like that. That is so playable. and that's why I think there's only 125 PSA 10 copies, because everyone just had that and in their decks. Now, why also Professor Oak? He's kind of the grandfather of Pokemon. He is just like the sex appeal. Like, you have someone like, let's say, Blue in the games, because you're supposed to be red, you're supposed to be blue. Blue is the first champion that we know of in that time. Obviously, before then, you had a war. Lieutenant Surge fought in. Lieutenant Surge was not an old man. He was not 60 years old. He was maybe 30. Late 20s to late 30s. He's probably around there. So that war was relatively recent. He's a lieutenant, so yeah, figure the war was maybe 10 years ago. And this is the first time the Pokemon League had been established in this time. Because again, back in the day, Professor Oak was a champion. He defeated Agatha, I believe. But that was the old school. It's like if, let's say, Endgame happened. Like Thanos snap, Infinity War. And you have this thing, and then nothing happens for like 5 or 6 years. People start to get back on the feet. Okay, boom. And then you go make a new one. That was from the old guard. A new guard, the first person that is champion is Blue. You're not the first champion, because obviously Blue is. But the first person, when you go on each gym and you get to see that guy that goes, yo, champion making, and you look on the statue, the only other person that has beaten you was Blue. That was the only other person that had beat that gym. So you're like one of the pioneers, and one of the first to do it. And if you take out the fact that Gary was, which is his grandson, so definitely kept in the bloodline, Oak, I think, is very undervalued because of that aspect. I think anything in Professor Oak, maybe Imposter might be, just because, if, again, I don't know what it is, $500 to $800, yeah, I'll buy as many of them as I can because of that history. And I think when people start going into the lore a little bit more, that is just going to be absolutely, but just my opinion. I don't have any of those cards. I don't have any base set cards anymore. At least not graded, not that. But I want those cards just for that story, just for that history. That's what I'm betting my money on. We have the Raikou PSA 9, which I would get, and then a bunch of Professor Oaks because I love him. He is bae. All right, I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Bye. See you all tonight for a Earth 2 update video. Goodbye. Meow.